Mailbag preview show, episode 290, joined by Jack Dickens, Rob Scurry. How do we go last weekend, boys? Only Peter, who's not joining us this morning, only he managed to get his best bet in with, what was it called? Punch Lane, Zara.
Yeah, Zara punched it into the PR and got the job done for Pistol. Too good, Pistol. Um, I got Carlene at Moonee Valley on a leader that didn't lead, and I didn't actually see what happened to Rob's. Did it run second,
Actually,
Rob?
it did. I kind of half predicted it in the text, but I sent. I said, there's a bit of speed here. He'd want to get out well. And it was half slow away, drove forward, looked the winner at the 100. And yeah, the thing that beat it might be good as well. That was the black card in the last.
Probably needed me there in the yard with you. I mean, we're two from two, 100% in 2024 from the yard as a team.
That, that,
Real OG nostalgia sort of stuff there.
Mate, it was good having you there on Wednesday. You did help me. I would have picked that. I would have backed the 15-1 shot that got beaten a neck against the whatever it was, the John Sargent horse with Molly Burke on it, which ran really well but didn't win. And yeah, gave
And,
me some sage advice and got a bit of a result for punters.
and did I see you back a Nathan Doyle winner, Rob, up the inside? Was it Jason Collett on Wednesday?
Okay. Yeah, it was Jason Collett up the inside. Once again robbed on the
That's real mailbag bloodstock stuff there, isn't it? Like we've got a horse with Nathan Doyle and we've got a white Kiwi that we trust working for us with us at Mailbag Bloodstock. And Jason Collette's done a great job for us too on Danusta. So
Indeed.
there's a bit going on there.
Exactly right. And my tip there at New Plymouth, $17 shot runs second by a long neck after sitting three wide the trip.
Uh, Mr. Brightside Harry's might not get over that in round
Yeah,
one.
I might not. So yeah, Pete $348 from his $100 investment. He's kicked off well. All right, we'll jump straight into it. Randwick for you in Sydney this week, Rob. You wanted to have a look at race 6, the Eskimo Prince, 1200 metre for 3-year-olds, set weights and penalties. What was
Yeah.
it something jumping out at you here or just a good race?
Oh, well, there's two of the best. The two of the best colt and the best filly is running in it. Pretty certain of that in Australia. It's also on a 5. We've been getting track records on a 5 of late. Then they upgrade it. We had a track record last week. We've had all our Melbourne Dane win broken in the last fortnight. To weight for age superstars of the 90s. Remember them well. All our mob. Yeah, what a horse. I think it won like a 2000, won a McKinnon and a Newmarket. Pretty hard to do, Gay. Too good. Anyway, I think the two best horses here, one, Tom Kitten. I think he's the best colt. Maybe he's not quick enough to win here. He did win a race like this first up last campaign in a big price. Keen to have a look at him. Pretty certain he's the best colt. Whether this is too short for him, maybe. Rail is in the true, so there's a good chance that it will be a run on track again at Randwick. But I'll wait for experts to tell me. But often is. The tail of NCAP in the Golden Rose. That was a horse that took a while to get fit. I expect it to be the same. Then you've got Cabalas as favourite. I actually haven't watched it. We know it's when I was away. I might have a look at that today, but obviously Bjorn's got that horse going. About time Uncle Chris started to fire up. He seems to be a bit quiet of late. But yeah, Macarena is the one for me. I think she is a star. I was really looking forward to her just getting into the autumn. I thought she'd be improving. She's a tank of a filly. The 1200 meters again might be a little bit short for her, but I think she'll go really well here. I think she's the one. And yeah, maybe I've got a bit of rose-colored glasses. I've always liked her, but yeah, Macarena for me here.
Yep. Jack,
Be a really interesting yard race. Be like fascinated to see what Rob comes up with, to be honest, and then potentially Rob maybe more of a learning day on Saturday with these horses.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah, look, she's probably set for the Surround Stakes, Macarena. Tom Kinn's probably set for the Randwick Guineas. Caballas could get away with it, but it's not an on-pace horse. It's gonna have to sprint pretty quick. Possibly. And Griff seemed to have, he's a lovely looking horse as well, and he would have put a few wins together. So he's probably not out of it.
He's possibly one looking for a little bit longer as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Caballas, yeah, that was the English Digital, wasn't it? I can't remember what it went for, but they got a little bit back first up there at Rose Hill. All right, perfect. Race 8 is the other one we'll have a look at from Randwick. It's a benchmark 94 over 1,000. No, Brudenell, you've been on before, Rob.
She's really quick horse. Just looking at it briefly, he might get a bit of control here. There doesn't look to be something to really take it on. I think it took on our Kobe son the other week, which is now track record holder and the form horse in Sydney at the moment. Derry Grove is we've had results on that in a highway. It looks the top two, Brudenell, Omni Man, he can get it. It's one I struggle to find in the yard. He always gets a bit sweaty. Look, I haven't had a really close look at this race. Barber, it's one of mine as a 2-year-old. I'm not sure if it's much good. Renosa, Key Largo is one I often find, but it's got to get back. It'll be charging home for third or fourth probably. So not much of an opinion here, but it does seem to set up well for Brudenell. But fourth up, I prefer to find a 1,000-metre horse that's first up, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them in the race. So I'll probably be on something that's first up.
Again, a massive yard race, isn't it? There are a lot of them that are like even Brudenell is what 39 days last between runs, but had a nice little tick over in between there at while. So the horse whisperer needs to whisper to you via the app, via the website to tell you how to play this race, I think.
Frill, the 8 is the other interesting one, the unbeaten, and stepping up a stack in class, goes from a benchmark 28.
Okay, Frilled. It's in the old Cheviot colours with what's his name, Cliff Brown, down in Melbourne. Yeah, beat Dipsy Doodle in a trial. That went out really quick the other day against Kobe's son. So it's obviously got a lot of speed. Maybe it's the horse that's going to cause problems for Brudenell. But yeah, it's stepping up. It's first up. Yeah, who knows? Don't know, but
never been beaten in any of its trials or races, so it's an interesting one to watch. I remember it winning at Valley, took a lot of pressure.
Yeah, we backed it that day, Jono. Oliver.
Okay,
and he really encouraged it to maintain its action and keep trying down the straight to win for us.
Picking him up as he does, Damien. I was going to have a quick look at the market. Who's favourite, Frilled?
Just loading. Yeah, $2.30. So that seems too short, just going from a benchmark 78 up to a 94, just off that alone, but run some decent figures there in those last two at the Valley.
Right. Good day at Caulfield. Let's go.
All right, let's do it. We'll have a look at 2 races there as well. Race 8, Rubiton, 1,100 metres, Group 2. Asphora come up as the favourite. Mitch Aitken, I believe, is on. Is he? Yes, he is. Yep. Obviously, Ray Magnerio in excellent form. Mornington
619. He's doing a phenomenal job. Ray Magnerio, like God Almighty, he's a line chaser. Mornington Glory's going really well. Big fat price. Classic Jesus. Throw out the stumps late in the prep. Entitled to do it. I thought Sweet Ride was potentially a big price. Hypothetical interests me. Really nice jump outs, but there's a few of them that have. Vivienne jumped out. Well, Vivienne's a horse that sort of stepped all the way through the grades last prep. Like, let's see where she started. What number is she? 15 right down the bottom. It was an amazing preparation and one where I didn't ever trust her, and she ended up winning a benchmark 100. But she first win was third up last prep in a benchmark 70 at Sandown, beating Penace, and just went all the way through. She beat Rose Quartz, who's a solid horse. D Lane goes on off two good jump outs or trials down here, whatever you'd call them. As far as the obvious one, but it should be like 4 something, not 250 in my opinion. And therefore, we're potentially, John, going to have to find a way to stake the race, which I'll probably do on the plane tonight. But I want to get around a scorer first up. I just think it's a really, really, really short price.
Yeah, Ray Magnario certainly just keeps going to another level, doesn't it?
Zapatao's got to be some sort of show first up.
Want a bit of rain around?
Probably
wants a little bit of a give in the track. I don't know. We'll sort of figure that out this afternoon.
All right.
There looks to be a good amount of tempo in the race too, which, you can view that one way or the other if you've already made your mind up if you're going to back us for her or not. But like that might suit it because the cream will rise to the top, or it might sort of expose that horse fresh. So I don't know, you do you, but I'll be getting around us for her.
All right, perfect. So a bit more work to be done on that race yet. We'll go to the Group 1, the race 9, the CF Orr, weight for age 1400. Rob's horse, Mr. Brightside, returns. Short favourite, $2. Fair price, too short, or a good price, Jack?
Fair price. It's just not the setup I like to, risk my bank in. But I think he could be $1.80 here and probably a fair price, to be honest. Like, you can't not like him. I think Pride of Jenny appeals a little bit at the price, but not enough. Pericles, Rob's maybe the potential, one of the two potential exciting horses here. Zara on first up, solid enough trials in Sydney. And then the horse that makes this race watchable for me is the 9 V8, who failed second up after a really nice first up performance last prep. So therefore, I'm already greyed up about having a bet, but it does make the race watchable because I want to see what V8 does. He's an exciting horse, maybe the only grunt that's any good, and I look forward to seeing that horse go around on Saturday.
Well, I'm pretty sure Pericles was the best colt of his year, and he kind of that came true last preparation. He didn't put in a bad run at all. So I think he is the horse on the way up you've identified. Whether he's 1400 first up looks ideal, as I think he's like a miler, but he might have just bumped into the best horse in Australia here, Mr. Brightside. He was devastatingly good in his first few runs last prep. I can just see him, he's drawn barrier 4, Craig Williams. I can just see him one out, one back. Whether they go slow or they go quick, I struggle to see how they're going to beat him. My old girlfriend, a tissue, really come good.
What a woman.
But 1600, 2000. I remember, that's a place chance for sure. She'll be charging home. Top mare, but yeah, not a bad race. I think I'm a bit sus on V8. I thought it fell in first up. Bless it, but it fell in, and half of these horses don't really look like group horses to me. It's like 4 chance.
You'd assume a little bit of tempo from Buffalo River, but I see Pride of Jenny doesn't normally go forward first up.
Yeah, this is why this race is tricky.
All right.
And this is why it's nice placement, Buffalo River, Ayrton, and V8, because they've got a little bit of residual or they're into a prep. So this is their opportunity to knock off a much better horse who's just kicking off.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap it up.
Best bets. You got one ready for us? Or
Yeah, I do.
I can kick us off if you're not ready.
I'm ready. Caulfield,
Yeah.
race 10, number 1, all and over. Big steamer, first up, last prep.
Wow. He's going for it already.
Yeah, I am. I like this horse. It started 4:20 first up in Australia, last prep in a good group race behind Charmstone, who should have, could have won. It was at the what's that grouse race at Rose Hill, Rob? 400
Golden
meters
Rose.
makes it cold.
Golden
Yeah,
Rose.
Golden Rose. Uh, good there. Just went awful. The next start. Forgive that. Trust those SPs. He's $21 or bigger. Um, yeah, I want some all and over. Oh, I'm going to get all over it. It's I think a phenomenal bet. If you're an each way punter, which I don't understand, but you do you. Maybe a little cheeky 1x3. I did see $31 around last night. Yeah, Caulfield race 10, number 1, all and over.
I definitely remember backing it when it was over here. Likes to sort of stop late, so it might be a bit scary with 100 meters to go. Rob?
For me, I don't know if it's best suited and what price it'll get to, but I think Macarena is the best horse in race 6 at Randwick. Barrier 9. Yeah. Hopefully they'll be running on. If you can find a spot, probably outside lead, might get one out, one back, but it's very, very good. Macarena.
All right, perfect. And I'll go a race 9 at Te Rapa in New Zealand. Number 3,
Tarapa.
Burn to Shine. It's first up after contesting some good 3-year-old races last prep and trialled well. I think it's about $7 as well. And Peter has sent us his best bet, which is, I think it was race 3 at Caulfield. Race 3, number 8, Vinny Spirit each way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at him trying just
$3.
he's trying to finish us off, Rob, after 2 weeks. Thank you, Pete.
That's a Sydney horse. Is a real sweater. That horse went to Melbourne and won last start at Sandown. So maybe it's enjoying the less of the humidity and parading a bit better down there.
Mm.
All right, perfect.
Little bit like our girl last week at. Oh, was that the horse I backed last week?
Yeah, he did.
Did it?
Yeah, Vinny
Did it win
Spirit.
at Sandown?
Yeah,
And you
he
said the same. You said the same thing, which now makes sense because it's the same horse.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
right, perfect.
Let's have a great day, guys. Let's get after it. We will be active potentially at the Classic Sale up here in Sydney, inspecting them again today. If you're interested in racing with us, email Jono, Jono, at themailbag.com.au. If you're interested in winning a gambling in Sydney on Saturday, go to the website, mailbag.com.au. Buy Rob's stuff. It's elite. Can't buy mine. It's full. You can join a waiting list. You can email me, but I won't get to that till next week. Buy Rob's stuff. He's up and about. He looks so good too. He smells great too, John. If you get to him in the flesh, beautiful man, great operator. Have a phenomenal week, everyone, and bye for now.